Hello. I am embracing my inner anarchist right now, and I wanted to tell you something. Also, welcome. I'm going to give you a life hack right now. Go to your main place where you watch videos. So TikTok, any of the other platforms as well, or maybe all of them. Throw it in your Google. Just in your search bar, your main search bar on your device. Put DBT stop skill, and then click into the first couple videos or a couple images or whatever it is that comes up, because that's going to impact your algorithm. What this is doing is intentionally curating your algorithm to start giving you things that will bring other types of coping skills along this framework into your algorithm. Then your feed is going to start being blessed with different things as they come out, as the algorithm is trying to get you to interact. If you tell the algorithm that you want to see coping skills by putting that in a search bar, then it will give it to you. The reason I'm saying I'm an anarchist about this, though, is because DBT is my favorite mental health program that's ever existed, and it is by the Queen, Dr. Marsha Linehan. Do you want to see her just a second? She's right there. Sometimes I stand there, and she reminds me to stop. In fact, I'm going to show her to you. Here she is. Look at her. This person has been working since before I was born to help so that I could get free from the stuff that I was born with. And I love that. I love her. I love that she was going through hard times and then she figured out a framework of how to heal herself. And then she made it available to other people, because what I like about this is bottoms up therapy, whereas so it allows people to be at the bottom where they start, unlike CBT, which requires you to have homeostasis and environmental conditions be manageable, because otherwise it just doesn't work. And so Dr. Marsha Linehan is incredible. But also, DBT is a skills-based curriculum, and you can learn it by watching videos. And what I have to say, though, is the coping skills and the techniques saved my life. And also, you do need to go to therapy, both individual and group therapy, if you really do start to do a lot of this work. But also, what you can do now is put it in your algorithm, right? So it's going to start having the videos come to you. It's going to give you little chunks of skills, like the stop skill that we talked about earlier. And that is free. You don't have to pay anybody for that, because it's like, just let your therapy come to you a little bit, right? Like, because the thing is, like, think of all their money is being spent on you, and it is not for you. It is for companies to learn how to program you to eat the slop that they have decided to put in front of you. But the thing is, they don't realize how actually very scientific their machine is, and it really does program you. But the thing is, you can program it right back, because it wants to learn the way that you work and then wants to work with it. That's actually pretty cool. And you can just put anything in your search bar and then it starts. Anyway, and if you think about how the algorithm impacts your everyday lived experience, how everyone's is so individual, and we have no idea what other people are seeing at any moment, and that gives us this really sort of fractured view of reality. Not to mention, now we're friends with people all over the world in different ways than we've ever been before. How do you even think about people anymore? Like, what is a neighbor? What, or actually I should say, what isn't a neighbor, right? Mr. Rogers would have loved that. Anyway, I am campaigning for punk leftist Mr. Rogers. If that's a window that's ever open, I would like to I would like to apply. But anyway, the coping skills are there, and traditional capitalism has made it so that you're only supposed to access them from a paywall and with gatekeepers. And I'm just letting you know, there's a tool out there. It's called DBT, dialectical behavioral therapy. It teaches you that multiple things can be true at the same time. For example, you need both logic and feelings. So it's not like I'm very logical. I'm not I'm never emotional, or no, actually you're both, to try to pretend that you're not kind of fucks with you. But because she teaches you how both of those things can exist, there's a worksheet that teaches you how to take a difficult event in your life, turn it into a word problem and solve it. It teaches you how to turn your feelings into math. But like math that I actually care about, not like numbers math. I don't give a fuck if x equals y. But I want to know what x and y are and if they can help me in my everyday lived experience. This is also why I don't give a fuck about classical philosophy. But that being said, I'm going off topic. What was the topic? Skills. DBT, anarchy. Yeah, I'm getting just pretty fucking anarchist at this point. Did you know that Louis Sachar is the reason I'm an anarchist? Because he wrote a book called Dogs Don't Tell Jokes that I read a bunch as a kid. And in that book, there's these kids that go around this small town with Sharpies in the middle of the night and they correct signs. Like signs that have bad grammar or spelling or punctuation errors or things like that, or like graffiti. They correct it. So have I been carrying around a Sharpie in public with me since I was at least 18 years old? Yeah. Have I ever not used it? I guess I've not used it. But do I remember where and when and what I've written? Not all of those 3 things for any of the times. Did I keep track of how many times? Because the thing is, you don't have to wait to find a sign that is misspelled. You can just spell your own correctly. Like, I'm just thinking like homeless, hostile architecture. Just putting that out there. Because insurance covers that shit. Property crime. Anyway. What is a crime against property? Anyway. Okay. So, I hope you are having a great day. Pookie. Have you ever known, like, okay, why isn't it Pookie? You know how, like, there's Bookie, like Bookie, but it's not Bookie, but also it's not Book. But it depends, I guess, if this is Pook. I don't know the etymology of your username. I'm going to go now. I hope you have a lovely day.